You're telling me none of these black models saw that there was something wrong and looked beyond whatever explanation he gave them? Because obviously he convinced them to do it. None of them was independent thinking enough. So, Celia Marley, the granddaughter of legendary reggae icon Bob Marley, has faced major backlash online after wearing a controversial White Lives Matter Yeezy tee during YZY fashion show in Paris on Monday. So there is a whole lot happening here. Who's she? She is Bob Marley's granddaughter. Now, if you know, you understand what Bob Marley is all about, what he represented, you would know why people are going at her. First of all, he's seen as somebody, even though he's a mixed, he's mixed race, he is identified as black. He is a black man because once you're mixed with black, you are black. Of course, he's somebody who's all about the consciousness of, black people. He's all about love all over the world, yes, but more so he's identified as a Jamaican and somebody who's always fighting for freedoms and equality and this sort of a thing. So, in that grain, it is understood why his granddaughter would have some issues wearing a T-shirt that says "White Lives Matter." I'm gonna
why his granddaughter has issues wearing the shirt?
No, why people have issues with her wearing "White Lives Matter." So I'm going to throw it out there. And Stace, please start off by telling me what you think about all of this.
All right.
I'm opening up the phone lines, guys. 718-554-8598. Please give us a call.
Okay, so everybody is saying, oh, you're doing exactly what he wants by giving life to the conversation and by making it relevant. But I don't see how you don't talk about it. And that he's being what was the verb? What was the word? It's oh gosh, it's gonna come back to me. Like he's just really pushing this to garner some attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. You can't do something like that and not have anybody look. Now, to have the name Marley associated with you on any level, right? Even to a third or fourth degree, warrant some attention simply because of who Bob Marley is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether she's a Marley or not doesn't matter to me. Do you have a drop of melanin in you? Matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. Are we saying white lives don't matter? Let's not play naive or coy.
No.
Over that. Anybody said that to me. So yeah, try say white lives don't matter. Don't come to me with the foolishness. Do not come to me with the naivety and the rubbish. Because we know that that's not what we're saying. Kanye West has come out and says, everyone know Black Lives Matter was a scam. So now, after wearing the White Lives Matter, I'm dead the issue. Dead what issue? What exactly are you saying to me, Mr. West? Listen to me. It's a next level of buffoonery and just shocking and jiving and samboism and foolishness to me. I cannot and will not accept that explanation or whatever other foolish explanation you want to come with, and I cannot condone anybody else of a melanated hue who is going to engage in it.
Yeah, because here's my thing. So he used black models, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, you're telling me none of these black models saw that there was something wrong and looked beyond whatever explanation he gave them. Because obviously he convinced them to do it. None of them was independent thinking enough. And this is what I think is a problem with us. We are fed anything and we just regurgitate and we just follow like lamb to the slaughter. There has to be a point where people stand up and know there's something wrong, innately wrong, no matter what no matter what explanation you're given. This cannot represent you. You don't have a voice, you don't have an opinion, you don't see that there's something that is going against yourself, that you're literally a billboard that is saying there's something wrong with me.
Clout demons. Thank you, CL. That's the term I was looking for. Clout demons. You know,
yes.
The Rolling Stone. And listen, also, people, don't be stupid. All these publications that are put out there are white run publications. Even as I read the title from the from Rolling Stone, it says first it says controversial, CONTR, then parentheses YE version, controversial, right? From the Trump supporter who called slavery a choice, Kanye West wears White Lives Matter T-shirt.
Because they're looking at us like idiots.
Right.
Why is he allowing himself to be a tool to make us look stupid?
So you
He
think he's allowing him?
continuously,
He's being a
yes,
tool.
he's been being a tool. He's been being a tool. Like from this man start opening mouth, as you had said in the break, start following Donald Trump, start doing all these stupid things, supporting Ray. I got where they said they were coming from when he spoke about people making certain amount of money and the whole taxation and all of that. I get that, but you're gonna use that as your thing. What was the other one? Something ice. The whole of them were like, oh yes, we follow Donald Trump. Listen, you don't see the underlying tones, and this is my problem. This is my problem. It's as if you're always looking for validation from white people. Like you're always looking for I don't know if it is that, as you say, they're just looking for that. They're clout demons, or it is that them really actually deep-seatedly believe, all of the stupidness that is coming out of their mouth and the things that they're doing is ridiculous.
Even I get it to be cutting edge, and I get that, and I understand. We spoke about this last week when Wednesday show. I believe we had, or Monday. I'm sorry, Monday show that just passed. We brought it up, and Chin himself was saying that he is or was and is now a torn fan of
Kanye.
Kanye from a businessman point of view, right? He's a billionaire, and what he puts his mind to, he sets out to do, he does it and gets it accomplished. When he speaks it into being, and he by no means does not accomplish whatever he sets to put out there, right? And just from a business and economic standpoint, he was a Kanye fan. But this right here, even for him, crossed the line. Push the line. If you Google the word White Lives Matter, what comes up is White Lives Matter, ADL.org. White Lives Matter is a white supremacist phrase that originated in early 2015 as a racist response to the Black Lives Matter movement, right? Those are the first lines that you see, right? When you look from the Southern Poverty Law Center, when you look from several things come up, there's the first line that comes up. From a solely ignorant point of view, you have to take where the masses look upon and see,
Of course.
right away.
Of course.
Google everybody Bible now,
Exactly.
right, wrong, or indifferent. You have a social responsibility once you start you have a social responsibility, period, in my opinion.
Exactly.
But to be in the billionaire club carries an added weight. Some people say, man, make enough money if you do whatever I want, do a film business, whatever I want, say, my idiot, whatever. Some people say that. In my opinion, you cannot drop your social responsibility. Why? Well, who am I to be socially responsible about? He has children. And just by the fact of having a child and a legacy through your blood, you have a responsibility to them and the world you leave behind for them. And when you do foolishness like this, you have set a tone for some real idiot thing.
Yeah.
Rubbish. So he has a responsibility to his children, who Kiba said at this point are conveniently black and him worry about them blackness when him in a ray over their mother. Right?
So you see, here's my thing. So I'm gonna agree. I always, and I've said this on this platform, that I love Kanye West for his smarts as a business person. So I'm agreeing with Chin wholeheartedly. However, the little stupidness that he does in between, the things that he says sometimes that come out of his mouth, I'm like, brethren, I get it. The attention is good for the business, all of that. It makes people see and keeps you relevant. Put it that way. Because if he don't do the stupidness, people say, oh, but Kanye did this, but then Kanye did that, but then, so people are torn. But what this means is that he keeps people hanging on because they want to see what next is Kanye doing. So he is smart for doing that. But when it comes to attacking the very core of who you are and literally, it's like disregarding all the work that all of our ancestors have done to get us to a point where people can see us as being equals. People can see us as being, sensible people who are making good decisions. Him being where he is, he should be the person who is exemplifying and saying, listen, this is a representative of that race, and see, they're good business people and they're all about themselves and they're united and they're, whatever. But to me, they don't need to do nothing because Kanye West is a walking billboard for white people.
Listen,
It's just ridiculous, the things that he comes out with.
I understand using controversy to draw attention to an issue. I respect it. I understand it. This to me is buffoonery.
It is.
From Kanye West to take up the MAGA hat put on him head, made it done. From Kanye West go to Jamaica and sell out gospel concert and sold everything that was the coat of arms. Him never have no right to sell off all of the. He basically did, in my opinion, a culture vulture.
And
come
he keeps
in
doing
and
stuff
say,
like
Hallelujah,
that.
Jamaica, and all of the people them buy out ticket and they go watch it, right? And he sold out. It was, I can't quote the money and don't quote me on it, right? A lot of Jamaican centric gear. And remember, it was a whole heap of
And the
merchandise.
website, and he had the website
right,
up, and
all
they had to pull it down.
And I'm saying, the man is a master at
Exactly.
making money yet. But he's also, he also is, he is a vulture. He's a vulture. And yes, Prelude, you put the right picture in there. He was a jackass.
So somebody here says, wow, I don't know why none of the black models had the common sense to walk out and refuse the job. Kanye is not the only designer employing black models, and I think it's inconsiderate of him to book aspiring models just to destroy their reputation in the process.
You have a choice, Sherry. You have a choice. Let me tell you, yes, it's hard to turn down Kanye. Very hard to turn down Kanye.
Yeah, that's why they're saying they're surprised that, but at least one did. At least one did.
Yeah, all right.
So keep, I'll give you a little more info.
One did, and quite an influential one who
It's
did.
more than one of them did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying at least one because I know
Jaden
of one.
Smith, Will Smith's son, he walked out. He
Yeah,
said
good for him.
he quoted on social media before the thing went
viral,
went public.
Right.
He's like, I don't care whose it is. If I don't feel the message, I'm out. Black Lives Matter. Then boom, these White Lives Matter shirt going. Everybody's like, what Kanye doing?
And
What is he
let's
doing?
make the disclaimer. The fact of him saying Black Lives Matter, this is not in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. People, let us
It's the movement, not the organization.
Exactly.
Right.
This is not
Let's
about
separate
the
it.
organization. This is about the rhetoric and the behind the words Black Lives Matter. It's not.
And
the,
you know what,
it's not.
sis?
It's not the Black Lives Matter organization that we know is filled with a lot.
That's what I was gonna say. Let us explain for those people who are
Right.
not in the know. The Black Lives Matter organization right now is riddled with corruption, misappropriation of funds, and all of these things. So we're not talking about the organization. We're
Right.
talking about the movement and the fact that Black Lives Matter. Just the
Right.
truth of and the essence of the statement is what we're talking about.
Remember when in the midst of Black Lives Matter, including the organization, but what the representation of the words Black Lives Matter really meant, not the organization again. Remember during that they came up with Blue Lives Matter? Was that not a clearly racist
Yeah.
rhetoric right there? Was that not clearly racist?
Yeah.
In my opinion, when you said that, you're demeaning the thought process behind our lives are important. Not to say your life is all. I mean, I want to hear nobody come to me with all lives matter,
I was
because
just about to say that.
all the lives do matter. Come on, people. Let's not go there. All
Yeah.
lives
But all lives
do
matter. All lives
But
don't matter to
that
everybody.
is not the point at hand here.
Yeah.
Right?
And what people need to realize, okay, so somebody in the chat room is saying that the black model may not work again. The thing is, this black model, he gonna work. That is
Who?
Will Smith's.
Who?
That's
Jaden?
Will Smith's son.
No.
You understand?
He's definitely
He's
gonna
gonna work. And as a
Well,
matter of fact, because so many people want to be politically correct, any model who walks out is doing the same, is being a clout demon. Then they can become a clout demon and say, oh, guess what? People are going to look to see, oh, this model stood up for themselves. That's when they're going to follow
You
them.
know
So you
what?
might just see
You
that
know what?
this is PR too, and publicity,
Yeah.
good publicity for them. So
So
don't worry
do you
about
have
them.
Do you have the faith that this is gonna ignite people into not supporting Kanye? Because I don't have the faith in
I
it.
don't think so.
I don't.
Because that's the thing. Kanye keeps people hanging.
So winning
this is
again,
this is
winning
another cliff.
again.
This is another cliffhanger for him.
You know
but
what,
people are
too,
gonna
though?
be incensed anyways.
I'm still a fan of him.
I'm still a
I'm
fan of
still
him.
a fan of him. Will I buy his stuff still? Yes.
You're
Do I-
sti-
I'm
but
not
do
gonna
I-
buy
do
his
I
I'm
clothes.
very
care-
shocked
do
to
I-
hear that from you.
No, I will, for real. I'm not gonna tell any lie. Do
Why-
I put up with all of his foolishness? No. Will I buy a White Lives Matter shirt?
No.
So, but you still willing to feed into the machine, and because this is all for this is all for the hype. This is all to get more sales. So, guess what, Kiba? Even from the strongest of us, you win. Ticket check. That's what I get from it. I'm terribly
Here's what I'm gonna-
disappointed to hear that.
So here's the thing. When we have these conversations about people like these who do things like this, because of the things that Kanye do, you're going to have a list. You know, like when you're assessing a relationship and you're giving pros and cons. When you go down the list, this is Kanye.
But Sherry, if
You
you can
understand?
do
You
something
guys-
like this, and somebody like Kiba can come and tell me say, "Yeah, man, me still a Kanye fan." To me, just say anything you want Kanye, you get a free ticket.
No, but you heard.
Say and
but
do
you
whatever the hell you
Because-
want, because in the end, it does not matter. You did it up top,
But that's the
no
thing.
matter what.
What is Kanye going to be remembered for? This thing going to blow over.
By next week.
It's going to blow over.
And
It is very,
matter of fact,
and it's sad. It's sad.
let's-
By the way, it's
This is the
sad
point.
that it is going to blow over. But it's gonna blow over because people say Kanye now no sense. But yet in the same grain, people say, but he is so smart. So he's smart, but he has a mental
Yeah.
whatever. You
So
understand?
let's do what society has taught us to do now. Accept all of the foolishness and make the dollars flow.
But guess
so
what?
any little idiot want come say anything and do it, go ahead.
You know
because
what?
we are now
Because
a
the
society of
things that
people
he do, though,
who are
Stacey.
clout demons ourselves.
But Stacey, the things about Kanye though is that Kanye employs a lot of black people. Kanye has businesses. He is progressive. He is smart when it comes to business. He is winning where that is concerned, which is something we want. But then
People
he
don't
has a
realize-
personality flaw. So do we join the cancel culture, or do we try for just say, listen, just like everybody else, there are people who are not perfect in going to these things because that is Kanye
has
West.
a
right, guess
responsibility
what now?
more than
I
Guess
know
most
what?
he
people.
does. I
Guess
know he
what, though?
does.
Guess
But
what,
he
though?
still is being responsible when it comes to the business part of it. But where his personality is concerned, that to me need Jesus. Nobody can help that. Him need medication, him need Jesus, and him need for
Kanye West
chill
will
pill where we
not
can't
get
do
a
nothing.
dollar from me. Drew said it the other night. Kanye not get no money. We feel it when him see him sitting there on shelf on Target.
I'm not gonna buy his stuff. I've never bought his stuff,
you know
and I
what?
will not
You know
buy his stuff
what?
because first of all, I think his stuff is too expensive.
I
think
I
they're
think
ugly.
I think
they're
the
ugly,
quality
personally.
the quality is very good. Them
Very, very
ugly,
good.
but them too
ugly
expensive.
Them ugly and a hype. But of course,
And
all
anybody-
people need now is hype. All people need now is hype. There is no more substance to anything. It is a game of hype, and Kanye is going to do what? Win. And
Yes,
I'm
he's
very
gonna
sad
win.
to hear that. And Kiba, I'm very surprised. I cannot keep telling you how surprised I am to hear that you're still a Kanye fan.
But you
and
know
still a
what?
supporter.
Kiba is real, and in the sense that, listen, when you look at it, these guys out here, they don't even. You know what? We are pick up on it because guess what? We're all about the progression, and we're all about the liberty, and we're all about this. There's some people who really and truly have no mantle that them holding up. They don't care. All them want is likes and shares and hype.
that
That is it, and that
bothers
is
me.
the sad part, but the
You know
sad
what?
reality
We do not
of
have
our community.
You hit the nail on the head, Sherry. We do not have a mantle anymore.
No. People just want to be seen. And that's the only thing they're
I was just
interested
about
in.
to say to you guys, right? I'm an artist. Kanye is an artist. Art as in art, not musician.
I get it.
Oh, yeah, but listen to what I gotta say, right? I'll support him because I know what it feels like to be a struggling artist. That
He ain't
nobody
struggling.
Okay.
I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where the art is concerned, right? In the art world, we look deeper into stuff. I don't care what
And I get that.
If I know that he's putting up White Lives Matter, if I know that to me it doesn't matter, I can okay.
And here's the thing.
So then
Whatever
how
he
are
comes
you holding
out,
a mantle if you don't stand for something and stand against something? How in God's name are you holding a mantle? If somebody comes out and says or does something that goes against your moral grain, and you put a firm foot down and say, I am not going to support that person because supporting that person means I'm supporting their thought pattern, you can't pick and choose when you're supporting. Oh, you
Why
know
not?
what? How can you pick and choose?
Why not?
Because support is support. It leads back to support for that person. If you support somebody's theology, you are supporting them. If you support them with your money, you are supporting them. You cannot say, you know what, Kanye idiot, I mean, I like him about White Lives Matter, but I like him sneakers, You are supporting the machine. That you cannot, you can't separate threads.
listen, I hear what you're saying. And in a sense, I mean, I hear what you're saying, I understand. But I don't really think, all right, let me use Soundchat Radio as an example. I love Soundchat Radio, but I don't listen to Thursday nights. You understand what I'm saying? It's like people have layers and things have layers. And because nothing is constant, you can imagine if everything was constant, everybody was constant, the world would be such a boring place.
I
can
get
just
that.
imagine if you were just a person who your whole inside just and everything you thought about was just on one wavelength or one, you understand?
And I get
you would
you.
be a boring person.
I get you,
But
okay.
you're a multifaceted person, which is what makes people attracted to
I
you.
get it.
Which
You know
is what I
Okay.
think is a draw for Kanye, because people see him as a crazy, but they also see him as, oh wow, it's somebody that I could exemplify as a business mentor.
So
look at that.
Let's use Donald Trump as an example. I don't like Donald Trump. I'm not a Donald Trump fan. I don't
Right.
make any bones about it. Right? But you know what? Why? I'm going to make sure say no abortion. I'm going to make sure this. So, all right. I'm there for Donald Trump now. The 100 thing were wrong and the 2 were right. Yeah,
No.
man, because I can't judge everybody for everything. It's like, when do you take a true stance? If someone or something is
but it's not
perpetuating
necessary
something you
it
don't
can't, it
like,
don't have to be an extreme. That's what I'm saying.
So
it
what-
doesn't have to be an extreme.
okay,
You
so
can
you give
say
him a ticket. So you give him a ticket to continue.
No,
because
you
you're
give
still
him-
giving life.
you give him the freedom, just like everybody else, to choose what they want to do. Everybody has a choice. Everybody has expression. He might actually have a warped, a warped view of how to bring light to Black Lives Matter by
You know
doing
what?
White
You
Lives
know what,
Matter.
though, too?
And
You know what,
that
too?
goes
You
back
know
to
why
his
Kanye hasn't
artistic
responded?
expression.
So again,
But it's him.
Anybody can come with foolishness then, because there's good
Right.
and bad to everybody. So everything, carte blanche, everybody, everything goes.
Exactly. Or else the world
No,
wouldn't be, because
not
we have
exactly,
to have
Sherry.
free.
Gotta stand for something. You
No,
can't give
but-
somebody a carte
no.
blanche
But
to
what
do
I
whatever.
say-
But then guess what, guys? Guess what?
Caller,
As
please
Kanye
hold.
said, because I don't know if you guys know to the extent, a Vogue black writer called him out. Her name is Gabby. She called him out and she's like, Kanye, I can't support this.
Right.
He went ahead and went on her page and he took pictures of what how she dresses, and he posted it, and it's like, you can't tell me anything about fashion because this is how you dress.
Oh, great. So the meaning is
Yeah.
fine too.
No,
Okay.
yeah, no, so hold up. So hold up.
Winning Kanye, winning. Support Kanye.
No,
Really?
so hold up, right? So Gigi Hadid, which is a white supermodel, one of the biggest models in the world, she said, "You wish you had a percentage of the intellect of her intellect. You have no idea, haha. If there's actually a point to any of your shit,"
Oops.
I'm reading what she's saying. Sorry, guys. "She might be the only person that could save you. As if the honor of being invited to your show should keep someone from giving their opinion. You're a bully and a joke."
Oh,
All right.
So support him.
Let's
still,
let's
right?
do this.
I
Let's do
can't.
this. Hold
Kanye's
up, guys.
canceled.
Let's take this call. Let's take this call, and then let me see. Yeah, caller, you're live.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Morning, ladies. Fire at the studio this morning.
Well, sometimes fire for catch, you know.
Always.
Yeah.
Always in the studio.
We cool on each other.
Them say even a broken clock right twice a day. We can learn some lessons from the LGBTQ XYZ, you know what I mean, her people,
Yeah.
them, how
Because you know
organized
why?
they are.
Right.
How organized they are. And when they have a goal, when a person offend them take it to the extreme.
Yeah.
Black people, we don't care. We don't care. I don't like what he did, but I'm still gonna play his music and all of this. I'm done with Kanye, you know.
Thank you.
Three strikes this, but slavery was a choice and all of these things.
But you're still playing his music, is what you're saying? Or you
He said
stopped?
he's finished
No,
with
sir.
him.
Oh, you're done.
No,
All
I'm
right.
And
Oh,
caller,
okay.
I
We need
am
to
of
take a
his
stand.
mindset is when you take a stance, you take a blasted stance, and it is all
Thank you.
encompassing.
It's done.
Because
Yeah.
to
Okay,
support
good.
one
Alright.
portion is to support. CL, say it in the chat. Giving him your money is supporting your own oppression, and even if it's a small part of your oppression, it is supportive of it. Kanye, either you're all or you're none. There's no in between. Me, I look and say, well, him this and when him that. No.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna say. If I do that, it is me judging Kanye West. Right?
He's asked for it, clearly.
Yeah, but guess what? Everybody have their freedom to express themselves however they want to. We also have a choice, which is your choice and my choice to support him or not. So what I'm saying is that the choice to take the stance is on us. That onus is on us if we want to, and that's going to be an individual from person to person. But his expression is his own, and he should have that
Doesn't
that
make it
freedom
right.
too. It doesn't make it
Doesn't
right.
make it right.
But it's not on us to judge neither. We can call out and we can say we don't like that, so we're not gonna support. We're not saying he's right, you know. But we still can't take away his choice because we
No,
wouldn't want
Sherry,
nobody to take away our
Sherry, you have
choice.
misconstrued every word I have
No,
said.
no, no, I'm not-
I am not saying
Sis.
Kanye doesn't have a choice and he can't exercise his choice. What I'm saying is that when you deem something that is against your moral grain, that is against what you believe, that you find to be foolishness, take a stance.
But that is
And by
one.
taking
But that's
a
one
stance-
layer of the man, though. You cannot
again,
support his.
Again, I do not believe in me I go support that party, but me not support that
All right,
party.
and you
By
have the right.
supporting any part, you are supporting.
But that's what I'm saying. You
if
have
you
that
support
right.
10% of a whole, you have supported the whole.
And a
You
lot of
cannot
people agree.
Segregate.
Definitely.
Support.
I got you. I got you. And a lot of people do. I want you guys to call in some more because
Man,
this
guys,
one is a hot one.
I tell you,
On
what
the
about
need for
people that
calling.
chime- You IGers who are chiming in on my IG.
718-554-8598.
Good morning to everybody.
718-554-8598. Let us know what you think, And I want to jump back on the whole issue of utilizing Bob Marley's daughter. First of all, granddaughter, sorry. That was very, very smart of him. Using Will Smith's son. He's looking for people who have family members that can also grab their attention. The Virgin smart.
Influence.
The Virgin smart. Him not fool.
Me not say him not smart, you know.
So,
Okay.
so what we need to do is each as an individual decide, do we support Kanye West? Is this going to affect Kanye West, his businesses, whatever, and what is the stance we want to take,
The comments in the chat room are
I
going
can't-
so fast.
I can't read
even
it.
see. I can't even read them. Woo! Let's go back on. Kanye is so black that it makes all his offscreen. I picked that one to read. What did TL say underneath? They are real silent listener. What is this comment there, Kiba?
It says, in my humble opinion, is crazy as a fox. He has us talking about it. Ask yourself this question: who is going to buy the item? He's not even going to sell the shirt. That's the worst part about it. He's not going to sell it.
It was just a statement piece.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying.
And
It is sparking the conversation, isn't it?
Yes.
The brethren win.
But
He won.
But guess what? People don't realize, right? Kanye has these big earrings going on with Gap and Adidas, and he needs to do something to cover it up because it's gonna spill over. He does not want it in the public, right? So what does he do?
I don't know. Tell us.
Him come up with, okay, I'm gonna do some foolishness to get everybody to shut up about my business and let them talk about something else. And you know who he used? And she's just as stupid, even though she nobody really likes her. Candice Owen. She was there too.
Jesus!
She was there too.
So she walk out with him.
Yeah.
I mean, can you look at? Lord have mercy. Me forget to take my blood pressure medicine this morning, and me not have my soursop leaf tea for drop my pressure. You can look, me can look past shock and jive a hole and a walk in a Black White Lives Matter shirt and not get incensed by it. Listen to me can't bother with Heckle and Jekyll with this your foolishness anymore. Yeah, whatever song or whatever sneakers or whatever foolishness Kanye or get ready for drop, my money now spent on it. That's all me know.
Same.
All right. I never spent no money with him. I will never spend no money with him.
The only thing
But
I've
I
done
must
is-
say,
I refuse to.
I get him on him cool. Him is a good businessman. Can I just say that?
Yeah, me listen.
Me I give him accolade.
The only
That's
thing
what
I
I'm
bought
giving
is
him.
music, and I said I would go.
I'm gonna buy
so you
music
guys
neither.
know
I am canceling Kanye, and I hope that a lot of other people join me in canceling it, because at some point the foolishness have to end. Do I want to see a black brother? Do I want to see a black brother fall from grace? Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. I don't
But-
want to do it. It's gonna hurt my heart, my core, my soul. I don't want to see that.
He needs help.
But you know,
You don't think him need help?
No, because he's on his meds.
Oh.
You know when he's not on his meds.
Oh, you know same on the meds?
you
Sherry,
did take them out
if
game
I-
yesterday morning,
got me
last
on that.
Thursday morning or Friday
No,
morning.
when he's not on his meds, Kanye goes all night on social media.
I don't know. I don't follow him like that.
I follow him because I got to be in everybody's business to know.
So hold on. You make sure say that pan social media I watch Kanye and don't come to work,
But I'm here every morning, so
He's mocking.
No,
Welcome, caller.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you?
I just want to apologize for that guy. I don't know why would he come on the radio and try.
Don't worry. You don't have to apologize to him.
okay.
You're a gentleman. That's fine. We're not giving him any energy. So how about
I
that?
know that guy cannot rest, man. That guy's sick, man. Something's wrong with him, man.
Yes.
He come out and said, George do not like black people. So Donald Trump like black people?
Listen, but nobody let me call up 45 right now, because clearly you sound chat listeners don't care about my blood pressure this morning. Thank you so much for calling.
Are you gonna cancel Kanye West?
I never listen to that guy, man.
All right.
Can't cancel the subscription if you never buy it, right?
Thank
He
you.
went on the Grammy and talking that kind of stupidness. The guy crazy, man.
I know.
I feel the same way. I feel the same
Thank
way.
you so very much for calling. We have a video
Oh, yeah.
that we want to play. This was 3 years ago, and Kanye West continues to be Kanye West despite all of this. So this just goes to show you that, hey, this is all going to blow over until another flare up, and then another video comes out again. Oh, remember when Kanye West did this? And we subscribe to it. So what are we going to say? So let's show you. This is a clip from TMZ's studio,
Lady and good morning.
with Van, who was subsequently fired for speaking out. But I want you guys to listen up.
I actually don't think you're thinking anything. I think what you're doing right now is actually the absence of thought. And the reason why I feel like that, because Kanye, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said. And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Every day we have to walk into that truth while you choose to say things that, to be honest with you, dog, are nonsensical. You want to think freely? That's fine. I'll combat your free thought with my free thought because mine is grounded in a reality that I have been given and a reality that I'm going to change, but I'm not going to do it by pretending that the enemies are on the same team as me. And frankly, I'm disappointed, I'm appalled, and brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real. That's the way I feel. Stand on all the coffee tables you want to stand on. Say whatever you want to say, but don't throw a stone, then hide your hand like the rest of us are just going to swallow it. Yay, be yay. I'm off it forever. Do you. But remember, the life that I live is as a real person, an actual person. Now the thing is, he's
Wow.
See, that was profound.
See my point.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
My point is that you have a responsibility because your words and actions, Mr. Billionaire Club, affects the rest of us real world people out there. So you can't live in your fantasy and say and do what you want to do, clout demon, all the hell you want. But your words incense the actions of others who affect you and our daily lives. All right? So yes, you do have a responsibility. I know I'm in the foolishness and the idiot thing. And no, I will not support any part of the buffoonery that Kanye, in my opinion, represents. No.
So yes, definitely. I think that that brother, he said everything that we all want to say.
Yeah.
But I also want to just shed some light on the fact that this was 3 years ago, and since then, he has been applauded more times that he has not been applauded. So I'm just saying we choose, and the fact that people are choosing means that he's appealing to something. He's not going to appeal to everything and everybody, but the brother is still doing his thing. And, you know, we all need to, we all have to make that choice. Do we cancel him? Do we cancel him totally? Do some people want to support his music? Some people don't want to support the brand, but the other businesses, whatever. You know, people are going to choose. And
Oh,
thank
no
God,
doubt. I
and
know
thank
people-
God
and
we
again,
have the choice. But I
I
do
don't
believe
think
that
this
he's
will
being a
cancel.
buffoonery.
I don't think that this will cancel Kanye.
it
I
will
don't
not.
have the
It
faith.
will not.
I don't have the faith that anyone.
But
sadly to
individuals-
say, I don't think
individuals
anyone on the
will.
planet will be canceled
But you
for
know,
any
but
reason.
You know
Yeah.
what? He is gaining more fans because, you know, he's gaining them folks.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, so.
Well, as long, in my opinion, as long as it full up in pocket, them him no business. As long as the almighty dollar
isn't that
reigns.
interesting though that people, all right, so say he's being very strategic about this and he's saying, okay, I'm getting their votes or whatever, I'm getting their support, whatever. Isn't it interesting that we would sell out our core and who we are for money?
Yeah.
It is very sad. I don't know, and I keep wondering, you know, would black people, if had a choice to get money or get freedoms for everybody, if they would choose? Because that seemed to me what every politician who is selling out lands in our Caribbean regions are doing. They're getting money from richer countries,
Kanye,
whatever,
you know what?
and selling us out. So they're not looking at the long term. They're just looking about how them padding them pocket for the moment.
Haven't we always?
You know?
in
So
many
I'm just
cases?
saying, it's gonna take a whole lot for us to get to that point where we're thinking as an aggregate. And the
what?
caller said it right when he said we gotta be like these LGBTQ plus people because they are one accord, one voice, one vote, one aim, one
United front.
destiny,
A united
one
front.
united front.
Yeah.
We gotta get there,
Yeah.
or else guess what? We always gonna have these discussions because there are always gonna be people out there who are selfish just about the dollar. And them not business about nothing else. Them not business what them a sell in order to get that money in them pocket. And listen, this is kind of where we're at.
Guess what? And the funny thing too, a lot of these other artists think just like Kanye, but they're afraid to say it.
You're right.
They-
You're right.
A lot of artists think like Kanye
Think
in
like
what in
Kanye.
what sense?
The same way he does. They support Donald Trump because guess why?
In
Donald Trump was
For
going to let
one
them pay
got-
less tax.
Exactly.
Right, for
You
the
see what I'm
money,
saying?
for the money.
For the
Cause-
money.
Yeah, no, I know there are those who will,
Because P. Diddy was all behind Donald Trump
Well,
yeah.
just a couple months ago.
and I get that. I get that. I don't support that.
a lot of athletes too, because just like yesterday somebody asked Tyreek Hill, he plays in the NFL at the Miami Dolphins. He was in Kansas City with the Chiefs, and somebody asked him, Tyreek, why didn't you come to New York, because you wanted to play for the Jets? He's like, the taxes. He was getting a $15 million per year, I think, or more contract. But the taxes in New York, he was going to pay $3.2 million in taxes alone to play in New York. And he's like, the truth, I did not want to pay that amount of tax.
All right, CL, again, the slave in the house always sold out the slave in the field because I'm never
Yep.
want to lose their
Yeah.
position in the
Exactly.
house.
Exactly.
And
We gotta
and-
get past that.
And the dollar has become the shade, the bed inside of the house.
Yeah.
The
'Cause
dollar.
Look at it. All right. So when it comes to the family, it is welfare. You know, when it comes to social media, it is the brands. It's always something that we ascribe to, that we buy for sellout, to be what? To be seen as something else. I mean, it really is going to take. Listen, somebody got to do a serious work on we, and we got to do a serious work on ourselves. Forget out of that, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's like when somebody don't have something, and when them have it, them do everything for keep it, and they will step on head, kill, lie, slander, everything just to keep it. And the thing is always something materialistic. It is not something that is deeper. It is not soulful. And as a people, we have to think on the soul level in order to get out of where we're at right now.
Well, when we go back and we support this kind of samboism, there is no soul. I've lost faith in people holding on to their soul and subscribing to what their soul says and being true to an agenda. I don't even, agenda is not the right
It is an
word,
agenda.
but being true to be for or against something, regardless of how it is affecting you monetarily or incensing you, anything. Once it's not dealing with the money, I challenge you to take a stance from just a point of view of, this is what is right in my opinion, and I'm going to be unshaken when I support it. I don't think it exists anymore. I think it used to
doesn't.
exist. I don't think it
doesn't.
exists in the world
It
anymore.
doesn't.
So
Literally,
I again don't have the faith that Kanye could have dropped something next week and he sell off.
my
You said
take
you don't
on
have
life,
the faith,
friend.
or you have the faith.
I don't have the faith that it will not sell off.
Okay,
It
it's
done.
gonna sell out. It's just please.
Right now, when I look at the world, if somebody asks me to describe what the world is all about, I'm simply gonna tell them it's all about the likes.
Yeah, pretty
likes,
much.
the likes,
All
the
about
likes, the views.
world is all about the likes,
likes
of the
and the
view.
views.
That is it. Nobody in our business about nothing else. And
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow too, let me just give a little hint. Tomorrow too, we're gonna talk about how that is actually affecting people and how they view themselves.
It's true.
But anyways,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's true. It's true.
It's all about the likes.
This
But guess
this
what?
little square here run the world.
Yes, and if you need to be at work at 8 o'clock, you're
Blame
late.
Sherry. Blame Kanye. Yeah, but nobody want to take you serious. All right? Yeah, man.
We're gonna pay some bills, guys. We will be right
And I'm
back.
out of here, people. I'll see you back here tomorrow.